welcome to this week's vlog.
Hi.
I'm Tony.
And I'm Jan.
Oh, crikey. Got that right this time, did I?
I'm not a man.
And I'm not you, darling. Thank goodness for that. If you're wondering what we're talking about, you need to watch the outtakes from the last vlog when we were at Crick, which leads us nicely on to today's vlog, because we are leaving Crick, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yep. And
Had a great time.
First thing we'll be doing is obviously going back through the Watford flight of locks. So that's the first thing you'll see. But yes, we had a great time at Crick. It was lovely to meet you all, as we said.
Fabulous.
Great. And our daughter was there. She could not believe it. She thought it was very bizarre that her two old fogey parents were getting mobbed by people at our age. But,
I loved it.
But it was great fun. It was great to meet you all. Because obviously we read all these comments and we've no idea what any of you look like, and now of course we've met some of you, and that's fantastic, and we're looking forward to next year. Partly because it's going to fall when my birthday is, so I'll be 16 on or about the Crick Boat Show next year.
61.
Shut up, don't tell everybody.
Well, they know you've just had your 60th.
Oh yeah, that's right, yeah, sorry. Oh yes, barbecue. When are we going to have another barbecue?
No.
With Barbecue Man?
No.
King of the Grill, that's me. Don't know yet. But watch this space. Anyway, today's vlog, we're going to be leaving Crick, as I say, going through the Watford Locks, turning left at the junction, going down the Grand Union Canal, and we're heading for Weedon Beck. It's sometimes called Weedon. I know that's what I'll be wanting when I get there. But it's more often known as...
I'm wanting a shop, never mind that.
Weedon Beck has all the facilities you could possibly want, including a little supermarket express thing. And obviously we've got the railway and the motorway, constant companions as we navigate down the Grand Union at this particular point. So yes, going down, and we've also, we will be also meeting up with our friends Lorraine and Peter on Skew Whiff. Isn't that a great name for a boat?
Yeah, Whiffy.
Whiffy, or Skewy.
Or Skewy.
We'll be going through Buckby Locks.
Yep.
Series of 7 locks. And towards the end of this vlog, you'll see a boater heading towards a bridge without sounding his horn. We sound our horn. Skew Whiff sounds their horn. It is common practice that when you get to a blind bend or a bridge where you can't really see what's coming the other way, it is advisable to sound your horn. Jan has the horn at the front.
I must show you.
Part of her daily duties, which is why you don't see her at the back with me, is because she's down the front being my eyes. What's the matter? Look at the size of that. Oh my goodness, I should have given you a warning there, viewers. Sorry about that. She was about to blow her horn.
I didn't have time when that one was coming through the bridge.
Skew was in front of us and noticed a boat coming towards the bridge that wasn't slowing down. Now again, the normal practice is when you go towards a bridge or a bend, you slow down because you have no idea, you're not a mind reader, you have no idea what's coming the other way. So,
because they're always on a bend, aren't they, one way or the other?
And to avoid a head-on collision, it's common sense to slow down. However, this particular boater decided to carry on regardless, even though we had both sounded our horns to say there was at least 2 boats, never mind the one, coming towards him.
Yeah, because 2 different, completely different sounds, weren't there? And one of them wasn't mine, it was Tony at the back.
So he must have known something was going on, but thankfully, because we know how to handle our boats, we were able to get out of the way and gave him room right at the last minute for him to continue his manoeuvre through the bridge. And can I just point out, we were actually closer, or Skew Whiff was actually closer to the bridge than he was. So again, on a technicality and a boating terms, the person who's nearest to the bridge takes the bridge. The other person then has to hold their boat and wait for the other boat to pass under the bridge. Anyway, so I hope you enjoy this vlog. We'll catch you up at the end.
Thank you.
You'll have seen we've just turned at Norton Junction, heading south on the Grand Union, and at Norton Junction, just past the junction, it's a set of 7 locks. This is the Buckby flight. We're travelling with our friends Lorraine and Peter on Skewiff. I love that name. And they're just at the front getting some water. You can probably see the lock. There's a single boater going in on his own. These are double locks, by the way. Jan's just holding the boat steady with the front rope. Not too windy today. The sun is trying to get out. Bit of cloud in the sky. Nice little gentle breeze. Should be a nice day for cruising. Whilst we're topping up with water and doing all the facility stuff, who should be moored opposite us but Sculptor, the Grand Union Canal Carrying Company boat that was used during the war as a fire engine. If you want to know a little bit more about Sculptor, she's normally moored outside the Stoke Bruin Canal Museum, or you can watch one of our vlogs, early vlogs, I'll put a link up somewhere, where we interview Rob Westlake, who looks after Sculptor on behalf of the CRT. Lovely boat. It's just been to the Crick Show. There's been a few historic boats there, and Sculptor was one of them. And we're now breasted up with Skewiff, and we should be able to go through the locks like this. Just beside the lock here, there's a famous shop. Sells all sorts of things. A lot of canalia. Is that how you say it? Canal memorabilia and stuff. And of course, Buckby is the home of the Buckby can. Lots of roses and castles. I better go first, I think. Yeah, the gate doesn't go back far enough, so we're going to have to go out one at a time with the looks of it. We're going to let Skewiff go first, but she can't get out. I don't know if you can see that lock gate doesn't open. There might be some obstruction behind it, which means Peter can't close it properly, or open it I should say properly. So if I get out first, put on a bit of revs and get moving. The Skewiff does have a fully working bow thruster, whereas of course ours is still knackered until we can get the boat out of the water. So there we go, that's lock 2 of 7 down. Lorraine loves willow trees. They're a nemesis. You can see she's giving them a wide berth. She got caught up in one at Norton Junction before they trimmed it back. So she steers wide now. You know, I don't know whether it's scary or exhilarating when you go under a railway bridge and a train goes over at the same time. We've got a bit of a wait at the next lock. We've now caught up with a guy who's in front of us, I think, or there may be one coming up. Can't see. Anyway, our plans for today, we're going to get to Weedon Beck, which is a little bit further past Buckby Locks. Again, apologies for the noise. That's the throb. Can I use that word? It's the throb of the M1 vehicles going up and down in the background. But of course it's nice and tranquil here on the canal. Yeah, we're not going to go too far today, just a couple of hours to Weedon Beck. There's a supermarket there and a few shops. We need to get some supplies in, having been at Crick for a few days, and there's some nice moorings down there. Look at the strength in those buttocks. Pardon? Getting busy. There's another 2 boats coming out of this lock, which is handy because it's all set for us then.
Well, now. What have we here? Oh, man, this is really living.
We've had a boat coming speeding through the bridge. Didn't want to slow down. That's the new part of the A45, I think. Road that's going over the top of the canal here on this bridge. And before you say the camera's on the tilt, it's not. That's how the bridge has been constructed. isn't Weedon lovely? You don't get to appreciate places sometimes. I mean, you love the countryside. The views are brilliant when you moor up, but more often than not, there is a hedge at the side which stops your view of this part of the countryside. Sometimes that's for a reason, because there are houses there, and we don't want to see the houses, and they probably
But you
don't want to
take
see
your
us.
drone up, don't you?
But what, as I know,
Not
as you
for
know,
filming, it's just to see what's going on.
I like a bit of a nosy, see where we are. Oh, look, there's a golf course over there. Oh, look, there's a swimming
No,
pool.
but we
in
are
that garden.
surprised by, unless you go on foot
No.
or in a car, you don't know what's either side. I
No.
mean, what we see is beautiful,
Yeah.
but then it's amazing what you see
Yeah,
over the hedge
and
as
you
such.
and you can appreciate, hopefully you can appreciate, those people who view the vlogs, the countryside that we are boating through. And for us, sometimes it's great to be able to see that, because we see it from a boat's perspective, but we don't usually see it from a bird's eye's perspective. And you get an idea of the landscape, and you see lovely features like churches around here in Weedon Beck. There's some allotments, wouldn't even know they were there. But
No, it's lovely.
It's
Very
lovely,
nice.
lovely to see the countryside from a different perspective, and I hope you all appreciate that. Anyway, so if you do and you have enjoyed this particular vlog, why not a thumbs up for a like as usual. Don't forget you can subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button. It costs nothing to do so. Don't forget to click the bell icon.
Ding! Or the horn? No.
Yeah, no, not the horn, no.
Ding.
Or the train even, for that matter.
I'm not starting that one.
When you press that bell icon, YouTube notifies you next time we upload a vlog, so you don't miss one. Now, as part of this cruise, we're going all the way to Milton Keynes, and we're going to turn around and come back. We're not necessarily going to film all of the coming back, because you've seen the all going there. So coming back will be
The opposite side of the canal.
just be the same thing, but going backwards. So watch the video in reverse if you want. But the next vlog that comes out isn't making new memories, it's marking new menus. That's right. We went to the Plume of Feathers on the Trent and Mersey Canal, or to give it its proper title, the Plume of Feathers with Neil Morrissey. And now we're not name dropping, that is the name of the pub. We've taken all your comments and suggestions on board. It is about eating food, so you will see us eating, but you won't see the gory close-up details.
Just in case.
And you won't see me spilling it down my beard, hopefully. But if you look at programmes like MasterChef, you will see Greg and
John.
eating and giving you their first reaction.
Sounds like we know them,
Yeah.
Greg and John.
But they will give you their first reaction as soon as that food has touched their lips, and that's what people want to hear, is what does it taste like, what's the consistency like, what's the texture like, and you only get that once you've put it in your gob. Sorry to be blunt, but that's, isn't it?
Okay.
When you eat food, first taste. So yeah, we could say that later on, doing one of these pieces to camera.
But we've listened to all comments and taken them on board.
On board, yeah. And hopefully in the next one you'll see a difference. We did film 3, so that did mean having to go back and re-edit some of this one that you'll see next week. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, and it will give you a lot more information about A, the venue, and B, prices, ambience, service, and all that sort of stuff. So that's marking new menus next week, Plume of Feathers. In the meantime, stay safe everybody, happy cruising you lot, and see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.